I'm Tom Martino. Welcome back. We're going to talk about LASIK eye surgery right now. Now, we cover this a lot, and there are a lot of good aspects to why you should have it done and all the new technology. But let's talk about the affordability. So many people are looking for ways to pay for it. Now, Dr. John Dishler does have some plans. He has one that goes 24 months, and that is a great plan. And you can learn more about the details of that if you call. But we want to talk about another way, and that is a flexible savings account. People call it an FSA. A lot of people, Dr. Dishler, do not understand it, but they have it at work.
Right. Well,
and I have one.
Yeah, well, I'm not a tax expert, and don't rely on me for tax advice, but why are we talking about this when it's almost November? Because there's two reasons, really. There's some ways where Uncle Sam can help pay for LASIK surgery. Back in 2003, the government decided that because LASIK really is a functional procedure, affects how you see, not what you look like, it's tax deductible. So for people, there's two ways really to save. One is, and that's why we want to get this in before the end of the year, one is if you can deduct this from your income tax so long as your medical expenses are 7.5% of what the earnings are, which for a lot of people...
It's tax deductible,
It's tax deductible.
As any medical procedure would be if you meet that deductible.
Right, but so many medical procedures are covered by insurance and things, so this is sort of a unique situation. But the thing, we really wanted to talk about is flexible spending accounts. We find a lot of people this time of year who have already put away money for this year, and the thing about flexible spending accounts, it's great. The employers, 90% of them offer this. Right. But if you don't use it, you lose it. So,
you do lose it. So, and by the way, let's talk about what an FSA is, a flexible savings account. You literally designate how much money you want to take out of your pay every period, right?
Right.
And that comes out before taxes. So you're not taxed on that money. That money goes into an account. And when you're not taxed on it, it's like getting laser surgery for 40% off because you're not paying tax on that money. So every dollar you spend is $1, not 60 cents. So let's talk about that then. What are the procedures that are eligible?
Well,
LASIK for sure.
LASIK for sure. Any refractive surgery, all the procedures we do. This is the reason why January is the busiest month of the year for us.
Yes.
Because so many people come in. Because here's the deal. People need to find out, are they a candidate? This is the key issue here.
Yes.
Are you a candidate? Because you may have to make a decision before the end of the year whether you're going to put this money away. And so come in, get a free consultation, find out if you're a candidate. If you are, then you can sign up for your FSA and have it in 2011.
Okay. See, we want to make this clear now. If you already signed up for one in 2010, you need to use it before the end of the year. If you haven't used it, that money will go away. Now, if you haven't signed up for one, if you sign up for one in January, this is very important.
Right.
And let's say you want to put it away $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000 for your family. Tax, before taxes, tax-free. That money, even though it will take you the year to build it up, you can use it all
in January.
In January. So you can get your LASIK done with your FSA, even though you still haven't put the money away. A lot of people don't understand that. They think the money has to be in the account. It does not have to be in the account, right?
That's correct.
They just have to make the commitment to have the money put in throughout the year.
Right. Right. So people need to figure out, are they going to do this? Are they a candidate for it? How's it going to work financially for them? And this is a very busy time towards the end of the year. That's why we bring this up. Get in, find out if you're a candidate. If you have some money left over in your FSA for 2010, this is a great time to use it. We even have occasional patients that have one eye done in the very end of December. Use that up and then have the other eye done in January. So we can really work with people on this. And, I think with all our appearances here, hopefully people can, consider us as their LASIK provider with, our all laser method and so forth. But this is a very important message that is very valuable for people to understand, that they can really have significant savings.
Oh, depending on your tax bracket. I mean, you're going to at least have a 20% savings, even in the lowest tax bracket, as much as 40 or 50% savings. That's because the dollar you're spending is before taxes. You don't pay tax on that money, plus you get the procedure done. And remember, if you sign up for a new one now for next year, you can use it in January, even though the money has not yet been taken out of your pay. So it's like getting financing up front and then paying out of your paycheck before taxes.
Right.
It's a great idea. But let's talk about LASIK right now. LASIK itself, a lot of people are having it done thanks to this show and of your expertise, your reputation. But still some people call with basic questions. What are the questions you get? Let's just address them.
Well, a lot of people still don't understand what astigmatism is, that LASIK can correct astigmatism.
They always think they can't get it done.
They can't get it done. But, you know, for almost all corrections, as long as people have healthy eyes, don't have any major medical problems, many people that thought they weren't candidates for LASIK are. The other big issue is a lot of patients that are in their 40s and 50s come and see us thinking they're not candidates for LASIK, but with monovision or blended vision,
right.
We can help those people, and those are, you know, very happy people, far-sighted patients that can't see near or far, used to be not good candidates, but are candidates today. And, you know, the all-laser method, the technology we have, I just got back from this meeting in Chicago, and there's 100 centers around the world, interestingly, that have the same technology that we do. We're the only ones with it in Colorado. And, you know, people understand that with things sophisticated like lasers, the technology matters. Experience and all those things matter. But you really need the very best technology, and we think we have that available with our Zeiss all-laser method, the VisuMax, the MEL 80, those technologies.
And when you talk about laser, you're talking about not just for the vision correction, but for making that flap.
Right.
There is no mechanical means to do that anymore from you. You guys do this with a laser.
We do, and we can make the flap half the thickness of a normal laser, and that's a benefit because less invasive, less tissue, higher corrections. That's the other thing. A lot of people thought high corrections we couldn't, help them, but very high corrections can also be treated. So this has really matured. I mean, we've been doing LASIK since 1995.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's a long time. And over that time, we've learned a lot, and the technology's gotten better, and it's really a much better procedure than it was in the early days.
So the message today, other than FSA, which is your flexible spending account, a lot of people call it a medical savings account.
Right.
The message is you can use that and pay with tax-free dollars, and you can do that all at once, even though you haven't even built it up yet, as long as you make the commitment. You can use money from 2010. You can use your new flex spending for 2011. You can use it in January. But the other message is, if you think you're not a candidate, you have nothing to lose by seeing Dr. John Dischler, because you guys do complimentary consultations for people who call in from the show.
Right, and very complete consultations. Complete, yeah.
And they'll know exactly where they stand. They never want to make you a candidate if you're not. But I would say nowadays, what, 95% of the people are candidates?
That's correct.
Now, let's talk about getting in touch with Dr. Dischler. 303-793-3000. 303-793-3000. Online, Dischler.com. Dischler.com. 303-793-3000. 303-793-3000.